just because I willy-nilly wanted to do another video, I'm going to kind of walk you through the Link Assistant. It's a piece of software created by the SEO Powersuite guys and gals. And in the past, I actually liked this software. You could drop in a template for outreach. You can search and get a decent sized list. I averaged probably about 200 when I got finished with filtering. And then do some fairly decent outreach. And for every 200 emails I sent, I get like 10 backlinks and for free. And I did it for free, and it's because my outreach email was actually kind of entertaining. And then I blatantly told them, look, I'm not spending money. So if you want to link to this link, great. If you don't, then great. But thank you for your time. And typically just being refreshing like that to website providers is actually something that's they enjoyed, at least when I was doing it. And so I got some success out of that. The hard part is finding the tools that would actually give you decent sets of lists to filter through and figure out what's going on and what's what. And Link Assistant certainly not the only one out there. There's BuzzSumo, what's Pitchbox is another one. Ninja Outreach is another one. I've had Pitchbox. I have Ninja Outreach. I've had that since it was in beta. But Link Assistant I actually used before, and I had decent success with it. So they did some updates, and now they're actually offering 2-week free trials to test this and to talk to them in their Trello board and everything. That's kind of refreshing because SEO Powersuite is not known for listening to their customers. I mean, they'll claim that they do and stuff, but when you actually, if you're a paying customer and you fill in or do a feature request or even a support ticket to some extent, but mostly feature requests, they're not like that responsive to customers. So hopefully they got some people over there that are actually like legit responsive, but we'll see. So anyway, you can sign up now. You get a 2-week free version of this thing, and you can get to their Trello board. If you go to linkassistant.com, you'll see sign up for it in the options, or if you just get on their email list, and that'll work out. So let's I kind of want to do this unboxing style, right? So this is the new version. Supposedly there's some new things in it. I want to run it and show you some, I guess straight out of the box, like where am I getting hung up at? Is it worthwhile? Should we use it? And then I'll test a couple of features that I know the last time that I did a video on this work like complete crap, and we'll see if they fixed that or not. So I deleted the old campaign for Digital Ear, and we're going to start fresh. And with that, all you really do, you open it up and you get this window. Yeah, I create a new campaign. So there's our website. Dropped it in there. And the documentation is supposedly what is going to do is determine where or what keywords you have ranking, which would be pretty cool. So that was a little disturbing, the pause. So now it's searching, and the UI here is actually new. This used to be a table. If you've ever seen their other software, it was almost like a spreadsheet kind of look. And now they've kind of divided the UI up a little bit, which is pretty cool. And supposedly it's going out and just kind of learning some sites that you can get links from. And it's supposed to be doing it by that backlink gap section right there, if you see. So according to the documentation, it goes into the backlink gap. It creates, or it finds backlinks that it finds your top 10 competitors, or at least what it thinks your top 10 competitors are. and then it will pull out these things for you. So, and these are supposedly places where you can get backlinks. So we're going to see. So far, I'm not really impressed. I don't know, like, what is the filter? Are you getting me places to get reviews or just other sites that I can get backlinks from at the same place? Like, what is the filter that you're giving me here? So, business owners in Scottsdale. Let's look at this. I want to look at this. This is a Web 2 site. I know that. Scottsdale Agency, Phoenix, Scottsdale, Arizona, Wikipedia, SEO Ranker Agency. So, just initial glance at this set here without even scrolling, it's Web 2s, right? You build out these Web 2s. Web 2s. Some more Web 2s. Some more Web 2s. Man, this guy is really heavy in Web 2 stuff. SE Ranker Agency in Scottsdale. Let's look at, I want to look at something. Let's see if that's even effective for him. I don't see it on page 1. Let's look at the reverse. What was it? SEO Scottsdale is what he was using. Scottsdale SEO companies. See, Scottsdale is not easy, so I'll give him kind of a little bit of a break. See if he's on page 2. I don't see it. Page 3. I don't see it. There's my site. That's just on page and didn't even done in link building yet. I think I did a little bit. Just some brand stuff. That's it. But yeah, I don't see this one. So we could probably call those types duds. So there's no real filtering. So Web 2. This one is another Web 2. Yeah, I'm not impressed at all right now. Still going. And as always, this is supposedly right based off of our competition, our top 10. So I'm gonna do a new search. Let's go Gap. Suggest competitors. You know what? Let's even do this. Let's see. Sean said, I used it 10 years ago. It's slow as hell. I looked into buying last year, but the price wasn't very transparent, so I passed. Yeah, it when you buy the software, you pay for the original license, and I think sometimes it can be a little bit much. I was gonna do it that way, but I'm gonna do it this way. It can be a little bit much. So what I found is, like, pick the pieces of software that you actually gonna use all the time. So originally I had all of them, and then as time went on, I just kind of I blew them out, and I only used certain things, and then I just got smarter towards what I wanted to do. I needed this, so I'm gonna do the Phoenix SEO 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6. And I'm gonna delete some of those from this list when I do this. And I know I'm not competing with them. I'm not competing with them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can get 2 more. Come on. Let's see. There's 2 more. All right, so then we have our backlinks gap. For those 10, and I need my URL, I'm assuming. So I'll drop that in here. And we'll hit find. So that's nice. Let's see what's going on here. Alexa. All of their software jams up on Alexa. I don't know why. I've sent multiple things to them, letting them know, and they're, oh no, Alexa's fine. Alexa's just fine. But every piece of software that they put out, it jams on Alexa. So if you figure out when and where to push that button to turn off Alexa checking, I would recommend doing that if you're going to get this. As toward the pricing, it's you buy the software and you get, I think it's 6 months to a year of the update part of it. And then after that period of time, you got to pay for the updates, and it's roughly almost, I want to say it's almost damn near more expensive for the maintaining the update subscription than it was to buy the software in the first place. So you have to be a little bit careful with that, especially when you're dinking around. There's a professional version and the enterprise version. The main difference is exporting of reports and how reporting can be conducted. If you're a one-man band or you're just doing a show, all you really need is just the regular version. Professional, probably. Enterprise, no. Not if you're a one-man thing and you're not doing a whole lot of reports with them. You don't need that. But if you want to do reports and you want to give out all that kind of stuff, your probably best bet is to get the enterprise versions. The ones that I use a lot are the rank tracker. I use rank tracker almost daily. I use, and then the rest of them is kind of hit or miss. Like Buzz Bundle, I think that thing is, that's got 100% potential and about 3% execution from SEO Powersuite's perspective. I did a video on that about Buzz Bundle and why I think you should kind of avoid it. The website Auditor is actually fairly decent, especially if you're a newbie, because it does auditing and it doesn't give you, like, you're not going to get like a Cora level analysis or POP or Surfer where it's correlation too much, but you will get a standard basics of on-page optimization analysis out of the website Auditor tool. And you will also get some information on, what the hell's the other one? The TDIDF. And if you're into that doing the LSI quote or TDIDF implementation into your content, you'll get a report from that. The downside of that tool is that you can write in the editor and put in content, just like copy it out of Word and drop it into the editor. And it doesn't analyze the content that you put in there. So it looks for a live web page. You have to give it a live web page, which is stupid. So let's say I wanted to do a piece of content and I did the TDIDF and I know all the markers I got to hit. And in order to see if I've met the goals of the software, I actually got to take a page live. But you don't want to do that. If you're like me, you want to get everything optimized as best as you can right off from the bat and then take it live. It makes sense to me to have a half-assed piece of content live, but potential Googlebot going over there and seeing it and then just ruining it for you. I'm I'm not into that. So that's the downside. Alexa rank. I'm shutting all this Alexa rank crap off. If I left this sitting here, I swear to God, we could have a 3-day live stream, or as long as YouTube wanted it, and you can just watch and see how long this takes to get through Alexa. It'll just sit there on reading. It's not doing it. It's not marking it. It's not updating it. It's just complete and utter crap. I don't even know anyone that actually uses Alexa Rank for anything anymore. So why is it even in this software? Or any other software for that matter? Keep going. Keep going. I mean, if they want to waste our time with this kind of crap, why don't they just give us the APIs integration with Moz and Ahrefs and Majestic and let us go that route? We can blow our money on that. But they won't do that either because they have their own metric, and our metric is better, and it's called InRank. And that's kind of freaking annoying in and of itself. So, yeah, we'll see what we get out of this. One thing I would like to do, I want to see, there you go. This is the original table with view. I like that much gooder. I'm going to change this. Now it's doing Alexa again. I want to change this. Come on. I'm going to have to wait for it to stop, it looks like. There's a little spinny circle in there. That's new. That's really annoying. This is another downside of this thing. Like, who gives a crap? Why, if I don't want it checked, why are you doing it? Resignation. Sign out and sign back in. Not doing that. I'm kind of doing this real time too. Like, I was going to record this and then pushed it, doing that premiere thing in YouTube, but I want you guys to see what you're in for if you try this stuff out. In particular, this piece of software. Just so you know, I do have proxies in there for gathering all this information. I do proxy rotation. The folks at the SEO Powersuite support will tell you, oh, you don't need to do proxy rotation. Just set it up and it'll do it like this, and it will ignore the proxies, and you can do them on their one page. The downside of that setup is if you're doing anything significant, like if you're doing rank tracking, for example, for more than 30 words, that crap, the way that they want you to set it up, takes all day long. And this search here would take all day long. Like, I probably started in the morning if I didn't have proxies in there on the settings that they want you to do it, and it will take literally all day long. So you need proxies in it. Don't let them tell you you don't need proxies. You need proxies. Put it in the proxy rotations thing. Anywhere the software kind of, when you have them in there, it kind of knows to switch proxies when you're doing things like checking Google and all those things that trigger the CAPTCHAs. And just do it that way. There is a capture service that you can pay for them from these clowns too. Don't bother with that either. Just use proxies and you'll save yourself all of that mess. Okay, I don't want to do that. I don't care about Alexa rank. I don't care about Alexa rank. This is really my life here, folks. People send me software, and this is what I get to do. And look at that. See how it's stuck? Stuck. Come on, stuck. It's one word. You should be able to figure out the Alexa rank. You should send an API call to Alexa, and the Alexa says, "This site is 155 out of a million," or whatever the hell their number is. But we wait and we wait and we wait. It's garbage. Okay, so that's done. So we got some prospects now. All right, so when you got this mess, you want to filter some stuff out. I wanted to clean some of this up. Edit visible columns. Typically, when you right click, that should actually come up, but it doesn't. I don't need that. Domain IP, kind of need it sometime. Index in Google is good. Inlink is good. Domain inlink is fine. Actually, I don't care about the domain. I want to know about the page. The traffic would be okay. Likes and shares is good. Domain IP. I would leave a domain IP if you don't like doing PBNs. I accept that sometimes people are going to, sites are going to be on PBNs, or sites are going to be on PBNs. And I'm cool with that. Not because they're, PBNs are good or bad. It's just because I accept that. And Pinterest bookmarks. That's actually a good one too. I'm going to keep that one. Click OK. All right. So we're kind of already there. There's our advanced backlink analysis. Let me switch it. The backlinks gap. This are the ones we want anyway. And then let's do some filtering. And what do we want to do? I want to do tags. This is the only one I want. All right. And then I want to do the email. Can I do that? Apply. All right. And see all these abuse ones? I don't want any of them. Let me see if they fix this issue. I'm using the hotkeys now. Yes. I can move over, and then you can block the selected domain. Boom. Done. Obviously, I could probably actually spend a little bit more time and search for the contact stuff, but really, who's got time for all that? And then we scroll down and we see there's no contact information for any of these. But what I suggest you do is, and it just really depends on how much of a hurry you're in, give it one more chance and try to find the stuff if they have the feature here. It looks like it's gone. That's dumb. So they removed the feature to actually try to find their... Is it in here now? Nope. They moved the feature to actually update that, to say, hey, go look again. So I guess it really, at the end of the day, it kind of saves you time. Domains... you never know. I'm not going to block them because it could come out again. And then you want to go through here one more time and find abuse stuff and obvious junk like a PNG. Come on, really? The you're not contact email on Blaze, domain abuse. We don't want that. Registrar abuse. We don't want those. Yellowpages.com, Superpages, Dex knows. I'm just going to block all those. All right, so now we're down to 22. 22 is not horrible. I figure one of them might actually be something worthwhile, but let's do a little bit more. City Squares, that's not going to happen. That's a... directory. Yellow Pages, Super Pages, Depths knows. Those aren't going to happen. I actually did SEO for yellowpages.com for a while. That was fun. Yellow Page Cities, not going to happen. And let's see what this is. that's another directory. So that's not going to happen. So Dex News, Yellow Pages. Oh, come on. What are you doing? Dex News, Yellow Pages, eLocal, City Squares, Yasabi. I bet you that's a directory. So I'm not going to be able to outreach to any of these people. Outreach. If, remember, this is a gap, right? So these are all also sites that I can actually go out and get backlinks from. But I'm using the software for outreach. So I know that I need to do citations for my website. That's basically, it's the end of the day. That's what that's telling me. But I'm not going to do outreach to them. So I can block it. I'm just going to remove them in this case. And then you can go through here and find a little bit more. And just, you can actually, now, it used to be you had to put them in, open it to an internal browser, but now you can just kind of see what's going on with these, and it'll open up. This is one of Tank Gobitis' pages. This is another one of his websites. This is another one of his websites. This is probably a directory, so I'm not going to do that one. Just remove it from the list. On Blaze. Not going to do that one. Junk. Not going to do that one. And you kind of get the process here, right? So this helped me out a little bit. So I want to do one more with you all, and let's go with Phoenix SEO company, picking SEO company. And those were all generic keywords. I just picked them. And we do guest posting. I'm probably not going to find, well, we'll see. What I found with this part is that whatever they're using to find guest posts, the search identifiers in there are complete crap. And that makes it kind of a pain in the ass. But we'll see how that goes. Sean says, still slow, I see. Yeah, well, you got to remember what it's doing, right? It's supposedly going to Google and doing searches, and then it's kind of, you have to set it to be respectful, or you'll fry your proxies, or you'll fry your IP. So it is, I have it throttled a little bit, but it still brings out a decent amount of targets. Not decent targets, but a decent amount of targets. So for that purpose, I don't think the speed's too bad. But there is those hang up points. So the Alexa hanging up, that's annoying. But that is what it is. I think I'm going to I'm just watching it. I want to see if it picks off that thing. So here's a search query. I wish I could see this. Search query, SEO company in URL right for us. Guest writer, guest blog, guest posting, written by, guest post submission, about the author, guest blogger. And those are all search queries that you could do with Scrapebox if you wanted to. And this is just a prettier scrape box. Fetching metrics. It kind of just tells me that there's 100 URLs they found. And we're going to change the filters here in a minute once it's done. I see one over here I want to get rid of while we're waiting. I'm going to get rid of all the TED sites. And I'll just remove them. Some of these directories are actually PBNs, so you be a little bit careful with those as well. Finding the contact information, that's good. And I should be able to change this filter now. There it is, guest posting. Apply. Oh, how much we got? 66. 66, not horrible. Let's clean this out. Abuse. I block those. I'm never going to get the abuse thing. I don't care what you're doing. Plus, if you look at it, look, there's Upwork in there. Search Engine Watch. I guess you could get in there, but I'm not really worried about trying. WebFX, Neil Patel, QuickSprout. I could tell you that he doesn't allow guest posting. He's got authors that write for him. Crazy Egg, that's another one. WordStream, you might be able to get into that. Software help, but for the most part, if they have that abuse thing, I'm not even messing with it. I'll just block it. Let's see, Connect Business, business.com, maybe ZipRecruiter, maybe. These are all maybes, really strong maybes. Backlinko, I'm fairly positive he doesn't do guest posts. Brian Dean. So, yeah, I'm just going to put him on my new list to save myself the drama. Clutch, he's a no. They're a no. I know for a fact they don't. Deposit photos. I mean, you could put photos in there in deposit photos, but that's probably about it. These local, find you local. What is that? Find you local. Bet you it's a directory. 7-star posting. That's a directory. Maybe a good citation. But if you notice, I'm highlighting all of those, and when I'm in that table view, I can't remove them. Fiverr, that's a no. Crunchbase, maybes on Crunchbase. We will check that out. AP News, that's probably a no. So Ahrefs, I knew they accept guest posts from time to time. SEMrush does. Wave, I'm not sure. We'll check that out. ZipRecruiter and business.com. Business.com I know does. ZipRecruiter I'm not too sure about. Guest authors from USC, that's interesting. So we can hunt that down and see if we can get that. And then Smashing Magazine. So this one is actually an improvement from the last time that I did this software. They actually cleaned that up. If you remember, I don't remember, probably not, but when I did it last time, what happened was the information actually came back to me, and it was 99% social media sites like Reddit and all kinds of other crap in the guest posting. So they really cleaned up that, and I'm happy to see that. So that's a bonus. All right, so let's see. Other things, you get prospects. That's after you filter through all this list, you get the prospects, and you can pick which in the emails and do all your other things. You can set the emails in here. You can actually make templates. I think it might have saved my templates. Let's see. I don't see it. Mine doesn't have any of that shortcutting stuff. No, it'll probably erase my template. Mine was fun though. Hey, how you doing? Just another guy emailing you, requesting the backlink. Like everyone else in your inbox. And the only difference is I don't want to spend you any money. I want to get it for free, and I think that I'm that awesome that you're gonna hook me up. If you could link to this page from this page in exchange. If you do, since I liked your article anyway, obviously I asked for a link for it. I can highlight your website, in particular this page in my podcast, SEO This Week. So if you're interested and you're going to link, just let me know. If not, have a nice day and delete me along with everyone else. Like I said, that kind of turned into 10 per every 200 emails that I was sending. This is the browser. It looks like it's kind of out of date now, and then you get the domain strength according to their report, and it'll bring all this cool stuff up, and you can, kind of check it out. This is it's an report, and then you got some other stuff where you can actually do your link management. If you're a link builder type, or you got staff, they can actually come in here and do all their building and stuff, and then just send you one of these. And it's a lot easier than looking at the tables. And that's pretty much it. So would I recommend you guys buy it right now? I think Link Assistant, as it continues to grow, is going to get better. They are getting better on their own. This is the first time they've ever had anyone come to a Trello board to put suggestions and stuff. So that is a great sign. So I would actually say, if you're kind of on the fence for the SEO Powersuite software, so far you can't go wrong with Rank Tracker, and it looks like Link Assistant's coming along. So at least try to jump on those two. And that has been my Link Assistant review. If you're on live, thank you for coming. Sean, thank you for interacting. I appreciate it. I know you're probably using me as an excuse not to do some work, but I'm cool with that. And so I'll talk to you guys later.